It's the nightcap at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam as Gardner Edgerton takes on our host, St. James Academy, the Thunder. Well, welcome to Lenexa alongside Jill Dorsey Hall. I'm Lee Fleisig. Well, this ought to be a good one, too, to end up a great day of volleyball. Let's begin with Gardner Edgerton, a team that we've seen before that also features maybe one of the best athletes in the entire state.
Yeah, keep an eye on their setter, Kendra Wade, as she is an outstanding athlete and player, and she is going to be the quarterback of this squad. A good supporting cast as well, some good outside hitters, and they're going to have their hands full. As we know, they're going to be taking on the home team here in St. James Academy, but I think they're going to be up to the task. We've seen these two teams actually match up before in the Slam, and that was in a heck of a match. It's been a few years ago, but St. James, one of the perennial powers in Kansas.
All right, it's St. James, our host, the Thunder, taking on Gardner Edgerton. Final match of the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam coming up next here on Spectrum Sports. Back here at St. James Academy, truly one of the great atmospheres, I think, in all the metro area for any sport, but they really pack it for volleyball. Really support their Thunder, and it'll be a great atmosphere tonight in the nightcap of the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. Gardner Edgerton, led by their head coach, Alex Sorn. Fitzmaurice was her maiden name, her fourth season. She's very familiar with St. James. She's been here for a few matches.
Her sister was one of the all-time greats here at St. James Academy. Adriana Fitzmaurice still playing at Stanford, won a few national championships, but she was talking about just all the connections in the sport of volleyball and how much it's personally meant to her. She was an exceptional player, but watched many matches here, watching her sister, and she's just so excited to be involved in the Slam.
She took her Trailblazers to state last year for the first time in 6 years. St. James, led by Nancy Dorsey, defending state champs, 34-8 a year ago. 12 straight state title games, 9 wins, 2 national titles. She has really built the gold standard of volleyball, not only really in the metro area, but in the Midwest.
Yeah, she puts her heart and soul in it, I can tell you that. I mean, she spends countless hours working for this program, working for this event alone, the hours that she puts into it, and really gives back to this sport, gives back to this program, gives back to her players so much time and effort. Her along with her husband, Brian Dorsey, and they paired up, and pretty good tandem right there, working together and putting a lot into this program, and they've made it a wonderful program. And not too many teams in the state can say they're national champions, and they've said it twice and had some good teams come through here. And I think a team that is a little bit more balanced from a talent from top to bottom. So a little interesting, different dynamic. In the past, they maybe had a few hitters at this high level. They've graduated 4 players. Their leader in kills, a starting setter, a DS, 2 DSs. So they've lost some keys, but I think they're going to have some new players come in and maybe a young Thunder fan in attendance.
Better get a refill on that popcorn. This is going to be a good one, I think. We talked about the atmosphere in St. James, and they just...
Apparently it's a red out.
Oh, my. Is it red out tonight?
I think that's the key. That's the theme. That's what that's telling me.
Always a great turnout. There were good crowds all day long here at St. James for all the volleyball matches. And Gardner Edgerton in the blue, trimmed in black, will put it in play on the right-hand side of your screen. St. James in the white. And a block right off the bat, Jalen Bell.
And Jalen Bell, a freshman last year, named to really a high level of a honorable mention Frost 59 by Prep Volleyball, and she is on the rankings of one of the good players on the national scene, and coaches have their eyes on her.
I've got by Feldkamp. A stick from the GE side as well. Misfires, and we're tied at 1.
It's trying to cut back across the net as Jalen Bell just missed that attack. A long rally, both teams working to settle in.
Maureen Riley serves it. Wait with a nice set. Violation on the Gardner Edgerton side. Two-one Thunder.
I think they had Jordan Boone in the net, I believe, on that slide attack.
Jordan Boone on the floor.
Good tempo ball on that, the free ball. I think that's something that St. James pushes the tempo, try to work quick if they can offensively, especially when they're given a free ball.
That's Fitzmore-Soren, so they'd like to push tempo too.
They're able to do that. Kendra Waite in the hands of Kendra Waite, she's able to do that.
She can probably play about any tempo you want, can't she? Sent back. It looked like Jordan Boone got that one.
Running a 5-1 system. I told you to keep an eye on number 5. Setting up that block and pressing over.
It was Kendra Waite. Was there a touch? No. Point St. James.
And McIntyre, but thought she had a touch on that. Just barely misses.
Bicklemeyer got a hand on that one. Just wide from Olivia Levitt. Gardner Edgerton sends it back to St. James. Now Ashlyn Levitt will check into the St. James lineup. Big time block from Maria Wortman.
And a solid blocking move, and she was up there with a solo block. On both teams, you can see just trying to settle in from a serving perspective. They're trying to be aggressive, but a little extra juices. I mean, the crowd, I mean, it is a packed house in here. The drum line gets going, and sometimes you think you hit it about the same as you do in practice, but it floats a little bit more in the game time with that extra adrenaline.
Kendra Waite serves. Crump. Off the Trailblazer hands. Point to the Thunder.
Crump is such a fun middle to watch play in that slide attack. She's just really a versatile player. She's pretty quick on that slide, quick off one foot. Seems to get things done in that middle spot.
Love it with a nice serve. She sends it back over. Chance for the Thunder. Big time hit from Feldkamp.
And Feldkamp, a senior. We've seen her in the slams since she was a freshman. It seems like Anna's been on the floor for quite some time. And a new look. We've seen her traditionally in the middle, but I think just made a lot of strides in practice. Middle and outside, and she's one of those players that can be terminal with her attack.
Boy, did a great job to save it. But as Nancy would say, a birthday ball. Wortman puts it away.
And that's just being aware. You got to get to your base. You got to have your hands ready. You got to be quick off your feet.
Olivia with a good serve. Ball long from Nealman. And now it's Fitzmore-Soren wants a timeout. The Thunder jumping out to a 9-5 lead here in the opening set over Gardner Edgerton. More to come from St. James Academy after this. Back here at St. James Academy for the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. St. James in the white serving here, left-hand side of your screen, up 10-5. Blocked out of play, point to Gardner Edgerton. Morgan McIntyre. Sending to Fort Hayes next season. Good big there from Ellie Bolt. Good placement from Feldkamp.
Feldkamp on this outside once again. Just a heads-up play. And tip it over the top of the block in that open spot. That's a tough move from a middle blocker position to have to play a little split between a a pin and a middle blocker. That just goes to show how much she's probably worked on her ball control. Always, I know, a big-time emphasis on ball control in Coach Dorsey's gym. It's if I don't care if you're a middle, you're playing back row, you're doing all the ball control things that everybody else does. She doesn't like to pigeonhole a player into just playing the front row or 3 rows, and rotational switch too soon. The good job by the officiating crew all day long, as he had a keen eye on that. In every single match I've done, there's been at least one time. It's the first match for both of these teams, so we're working through those rotations.
Big swing from Ellie Wheeler.
And she's another player that is so versatile and that can play middle, right side, outside. A player that in that state championship match last year against Aquinas absolutely took over that game. A big reason why they were able to come out victorious in one of the most epic battles I have seen in a state championship match.
Down the line from Jalen Bell, but just wide.
Jalen just misses that.
That one's wide. Bell lets it go. We'll go back to Gardner Edgerton. David Bajanski, sophomore will serve. Williams is unable to take advantage of the overpass. Now Maureen Riley in the St. James lineup. Good deep serve. Waite sets it, and Bell puts it away.
That's going to be a key contact here connection there between Kendra Waite and Jalen Bell as the season goes on. And I like that high contact point from Jalen Bell and just how deep in the floor she's hitting. I mean, she's definitely a high riser. And 6'1", she has that length and that ability just to hit that opposite corner, that deep corner.
Sent back, Morgan McIntyre.
And Morgan McIntyre getting involved from the block here. Look at this smooth move out, press over, perfect timing on that block. And McIntyre, one of the seniors for this Gardner Edgerton squad.
Traffic jam on the GV side. Now send it back to Ellie Wheeler. Serves up an ace.
Good serve. That was going to be, I think it was going to find the inside of that line of that back corner. And follows it up with another tough serve.
Another ace. That one goes into the stands. That's 18-10 St. James.
Big high praise from Coach Dorsey, just how hard Ellie Wheeler works. Continues to work, and such a physical, smart player. Right now,
Let's that one go wide.
a ball control game right now for the Thunder.
Trailblazers want a timeout. They're down 19-10 here in the opening set. The Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. St. James leading Gardner Edgerton here in the opening set. Lauren Wheeler checks in for the Thunder. And Ellie Wheeler will serve it.
I could see that Slivers, that sophomore section, they got all really excited as I know their classmate had checked in. That was great. Their section actually in classes, I think their student section, I mean, there was method to their madness. They had practice for the chants and the cheers. I mean, it's something else. The Go Bananas is my favorite one. When they go bananas.
They've got it down.
They peel the banana. Hey, major props. Yeah, I see you.
Aaron Michael serves it for Gardner Edgerton. Lauren Croft with the kill. And now Ashlyn Lovett.
Well, you're really good chances that there's going to be a Lovett or a Wheeler because there's two sets of sisters on the team. So if you throw either one of those names out there, more than likely, they're going to be touching the ball or making a play.
Good dig from Michael. Riley there for the Thunder.
I think they were saying that it was I don't know.
St. James scored it, but he's saying no.
I'm not sure. I thought that Ellie was behind Ellie Bolton. She had set the ball as a libero, and I'm not sure why I called a back row attack because she was setting it with her hands, and I didn't think she was behind the 10-foot line though. So I've seen that called before. If you're in front of the 10-foot line, the libero can't take it with her hand. She has to take it with her platform. But I'll get an explanation for that one later.
Regardless, it was point Gardner Edgerton, and they score again with Kendra Waite serving. Tough angle. Olivia Lovett.
Olivia Lovett, you can see not in her wheelhouse, but she made it. She bettered that ball with that cut back. It's going to be a big point scorer, I think, for the Thunder this season. She has the power. She has the dynamics.
Morgan McIntyre for the Blazers. Good pick there from McIntyre. Tried to stab it with her left hand, but too powerful. Going to St. James. Lovitz will be busy traveling. Ashlyn's going to go, is committed to Georgia Southern. Olivia to Loyola Chicago.
And it's fun because Anna Feldkamp is going to Loyola Chicago as well, so they're going to continue to be teammates throughout their collegiate career. And Ellie Bolton is going to go, the libero for St. James is going to go to Creighton along with Kendra Waite for Gardner Edgerton. So we're looking at a couple future teammates at the next level.
We talk about the volleyball talent in the area, and then just match after match. See players going to big-time programs. Tight to the net. Good job by Lauren Wheeler. That'll bring up set points now for the Thunder.
Really a heads-up play. Good body balance there from Lauren Wheeler, just going up and making a smart play as she's a live attacker running a 5-1 system right now on the front row.
Wait with a good job to save that one. And just like that, the Thunder take set number 1. Pretty impressive. Feldkamp puts the capper on it. 25-14. St. James Academy.
Started off with a good serve from Ellie Bolton. Not many players, look at this run down there as Kendra Wade goes flying out of the frame. And then a free ball utilization, a little give and go. Feldkamp looking impressive in set number 1.
Second set action still to come. The Thunder take the early lead, 25-14 here at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. St. James takes the opening set over Gardner Edgerton, 25-14. Lee Fleissig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. We've talked a lot about number 5, Kendra Wade. We saw her sister Cassie was an absolute stud at the University of Kansas.
Right.
Kendra's going to go to Creighton, where she's going to set. You know, you go into the gym at Gardner Edgerton, and there are 3 Gatorade banners for athletes of the year. One's Bubba Starling,
well known, yes.
Well known.
Right.
Cassie Wade, who played at the University of Kansas, and Kendra Wade.
Yeah.
And you know, I talked about what a great volleyball player she is, but she's just a great athlete too.
Well, she won that in actually track, and she ran and got that second ball, and I wasn't joking when she was out of frame. But she was running here like she was running the 100-meter dash. I thought she was going to take out the table, but then got herself all the way back into the floor in her base position in time. And it's pretty impressive when a player can, when an athlete, I should say, wins the 100-meter dash in 6A and also wins shot put. I mean, that's just like a presence of power there. And I remember interviewing Cassie for years and talking to her about, I'm like, is Kendra going to go be a Jayhawk? And she's like, I don't know, but right now she's probably better than me. And I think at the time, Kendra, I think, was in 7th grade, and she was no joke. And Cassie was one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
I mean, at Kansas and had an outstanding career, but a bright future ahead of Kendra Wade. And Kirsten Bernthal Booth, the head coach at Creighton, is just overjoyed with getting her coming to Omaha.
She has a great eye for talent, doesn't she? She has a way of finding
well, Ellie Bolton, the libero for St. James, is going to be a Blue Jay as well. And they have got a pretty prominent volleyball program, does Creighton.
Nice line of liberos up there too, right? It's good program. Kendra Wade, certainly a player to watch, not only tonight, but in the future. All right, St. James Academy will serve it up after winning the opening set, 25-14.
And a dominant performance in set number 1, and it was the ball control aspect that over the years, you know, you look at all the championships and the national championships, it has just been a constant emphasis of that first contact, pass and serve. They're able to win so much because they're able to out ball control so many teams.
Love it with a nice save. Put away that time by Feldkamp.
I think Feldkamp is primed to have a breakout season. I mean, she's always been a player that's produced for them, but just you can see that's just a smart shot. I mean, she knew that it wasn't completely in rhythm with extension with her arm swing, but that was more about seeing the floor. And you can have that vision and still put a ball away. I mean, that's when you know that the player has evolved so much. And then she was a starter as a freshman, Anna Feldkamp was. Now in her senior year.
Wortman with the ace off the tape.
It just means we've been doing this for a long time.
Is that what it is? The kids are growing up.
Well, Hannah Becky is the assistant coach for Gardner, and we saw her play in the slam. And then she went through her college career and is now a coach for the Blazers.
Good swing there from Jordan Boone. Jansky to serve. Nice dig from Bolton. Score again for Boone.
And Boone back-to-back plays in that middle blocker position. This time on that slide attack. Pretty ball from Kendra Wade, pushing it out, giving her room and space to work with. Full runway.
She delivers a nice, clean ball, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. We talked about Elise McGee for St. Teresa's Academy, having good hands and delivering her a better ball. Kendra Wade absolutely betters the ball, and Boone is on a run. Makes life a lot easier offensively for your team when you can utilize your middle and open things up for your pin attackers.
Wade goes down, Lotus set it. Levitt was there for the Thunder. Wade dumps it.
I believe she thought she was back row attack, I think, in
Just
first
my
glance.
fault. Kendra sent that over with her left hand. We'll do it again. Big hit from Ellie Wheeler. Plays varsity lacrosse and track too. Great athletes on both sides.
Her brother plays football at K-State. Her younger sister Lauren we've seen in the setter position, so very athletic family.
Wait, sends it deep. Bolton can't save it. Point to Gardner Edgerton.
Ellie Bolton says, "Oh, my future teammate got me there in that corner." I think there's a smile from Kendra as they know each other pretty well. As gets her hands on it, just can quite control it. Oh, that'll irk Ellie Bolton too. She doesn't let many get out of her reach and mishandled.
Love it with a big swing. Nice dig from Maska. Wade took a rip at it. Wade dumps it over. Lovett was there. Boom. Good point.
Best point of the match, and that had just gritty play on both sides. How about that dig? Ball pushed outside, play over, strong attack, block breaks it back over, and then continuing on. Just players coming up big throughout this rally. A kill attack goes wide.
Great set to McIntyre, who puts it away. Gardner Edgerton with the point. Boy, Wade can get down low, can't she?
What's impressive about that is
up.
just where she is and still setting the similar tempo and then placement of that ball.
Wade dives to save it. Sent back, I think Wade got the block. Marcos celebrates as well.
The dig and then just keep that ball alive. And then a huge block.
Marcos got
that one. Just a sophomore.
Love it with a big swing. Olivia scores it for the Thunder. Serve goes long from Lauren Wheeler. Now Kendra Wade will go back to serve. Violation called on St. James to be point to Gardner Edgerton. Now the Blazers up 8-5.
Net violation. I'm not sure if it was on the set or the attack. Couldn't clearly see. I thought it might have been off that set.
That serve goes long, so it'll be Lovett in for Lovett. Ashland will come in to serve. Double contact, got that just a little bit dirty.
Just a bit, not clean enough. And they've been on that this afternoon. Just has to come out cleanly and too much rotation. Can be challenging off a ball, especially off a hard hit ball with so much spin on it.
Lift called on the St. James side. Is there a touch? No. Going to Gardner Edgerton. Blazers on a nice run here.
Yeah, McIntyre is going back there, serving a difficult ball.
And a rotation called on St. James.
A variety of issues right now, whether it's first contact or mishit. And credit to Gardner Edgerton as they're just going back there and serving aggressive and doing what they need to do to. I'm not sure where the overlap was, but they've been on it. I mean, in practice you can get away with it, right? There's no down official to say, okay, you've crossed too soon or you switched too early. But on a match, they're definitely keeping a keen eye on it.
Feldkamp up high that time. The Thunder break the run. Misfire that time from Gardner Edgerton. St. James within 4. Ace served up by Ellie Bolton.
And Ellie Bolton put on a lot of pressure. Look how low that ball is to the plane of the net, and also it's just skirting away there as that ball, the bottom just dropped out. Ellie Bolton, one of the best liberos in the metro area.
Dumped over by Feldkamp, point to the Thunder.
Feldkamp has just been solid this entire match, showing so much versatility. Outside position, now in the middle blocker position, and just the vision. Driving hard in transition. Being up and available.
Ellie Wheeler there to dig it out. Wait, sets it with the right hand. Tough play. Can be point to the Thunder. Violation on Gardner Edgerton. Now Alex Fitzmaurice-Soren wants a timeout. St. James trying to storm back here in the second set. Trailing by 1 after winning the first set. Here at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. Back here at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam, St. James Academy serving down 1 here in the second set. The Thunder won the opener 25-14. Ray Fleisig, Joe Dorsey Hall with you. Tough deep serve. Ashlyn Lovett with a nice dig. Thunder weight on the floor again. That ball's just out. We're even 12.
Trying to get deep that corner on that free ball. It's been Ellie Bolton back here on quite the service run, just varying up her serve, short, deep.
Gordon Wheeler with a nice dig. Michael with a dig. Kendra Waite can't dig it out of the net. And now it's the Thunder in the lead. Oh, Bolton with a great dig.
Ellie Bolton says, hey, I'm on a heck of a run. I don't want this one to end. So that outreach dig. It's hard to sometimes put into words like what a good libero can mean to your team, you know, just from a ball control, because you don't end the play. So it's like a offensive lineman in football. You know, you do all the blocking and, you know, the blocking you needed for a good running back to shine. But it's just all those key elements, that first contact. It's just oh so important. And her ability to read, I think she just reads the ball so well. So it seems like she's always in the right place.
I was asking you the same thing about Kendra Waite on the Gardner Edgerton side. A setter sometimes, until you don't see a good setter, you can't appreciate what a good setter really does for you.
Yeah, and she's the one that's bettering a ball and making plays out of a bad pass or a pass off the net. Her athleticism is just off the charts.
That ball's down. Feldkamp finds the deepest part of the court.
I think Feldkamp's been the player of the match, though, for me, for the Thunder. I mean, she is just, down at her high contact point. It doesn't have to go straight down. It doesn't have to be the hitting on the 10-foot line. It's just that players that can live in that space in the deep third are going to have a lot of success.
That serve misses long. So Trailblazers within 2. Here comes Avery Bajanski.
Well, still in reach, and give Gardner Edgerton high props. I mean, that was a pretty quick first set, but they have definitely responded. They had the lead in the second set. They're still within reach.
That ball's still up. Great pancake from Bajanski. The point's going to go to the Thunder. But Avery Bajanski with a phenomenal effort. No, that ball, I believe that ball hit the floor.
I think it did, but the whistle, hey, the play went on. I'm glad you were excited about it, Leaf. It was a great effort. I thought too that she had, at first glance, I thought she had a hand on her, but definitely on that replay.
Yeah, for our Spectrum Sports crew. Ball had to backpedal on that one. Points to the Thunder, 18-14. Leaves it for McIntyre, who puts it away.
And McIntyre is going to be one of those players for the Blazers. They're going to utilize her a lot. You can see just a pretty back row attack. And Set leading her into that attack. It's so valuable from a back row attack. Not to have to reach behind, but lead her into it.
Right there to cover. Ellie Wheeler with the finish for the Thunder.
And that was good court vision. Knowing that she had 2 blockers to the right, so just cutting it back to an open spot on the floor.
Wade leaves it for Boone. Blocked on a play, point to the Trailblazers. Pick up there from Mascot. Love it. Just wide. Love it again. The strike is pure this time. Olivia with the kill.
Beautiful set in that zone to move around attackers. Both setters for the Thunder have done a good job of just varying up what zones attackers are hitting the ball in. And also setting a pretty good tempo ball as well.
Love it with a big swing. Olivia's hot now.
And that's where that tempo ball, it was a really pretty ball from Wortman. You can see that tempo just beat the block. They weren't quite extended yet. Quicker tempo ball to the outside.
Serve sails long. Kendra Wade will serve it up. Nice pickup for Bolton. Love it. Sent back. Mielman among those there for Gardner Edgerton.
I'll start off that dig, and that is a beauty from Bolton.
Wait with a nice dig. Dumped over. Great court awareness.
As you mentioned, good pickup and awareness. You see that opening from Wortman.
Serve just wide from Ashland. Love it.
And the Blazers are within reach here. If they can just find a way right now to point score. And Jalen Bell checking into the front row.
Morgan McIntyre. Ashland lets that one go. Now the Thunder 2 points away from this match. Timeout, Gardner Edgerton. Back with more from St. James Academy at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam after this on Spectrum Sports. St. James serving here 2 points away from this match. Ellie Bolton puts it in play. It's a good serve into the crowd, and now it's match points for the Thunder.
Well, your job as a libero to serve tough, pass the ball well, and make some plays defensively. And Ellie Bolton has hit on all, communicate obviously, but she has really filled the buckets up in every facet of the game. And they have been on some big-time scoring runs with her serving the ball.
Wade sends it outside. Big swing from Feldkamp, and who else should end it? Anna Feldkamp puts the cap on a 25-20 win in the second set. Match goes to St. James Academy.
Very fitting as Anna Feldkamp, who has just been solid all match long in her senior year, says goodbye, I guess, to the slam with quite the bang, as we saw her in her freshman year not too long ago, but the pickup there from Ellie Bolton working in transition and cuts the seam for a kill, and the Thunder come out victorious.
A good win for St. James Academy as they open defense of their state championship. We'll take a break and come back to wrap things up from St. James Academy at the Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. St. James wins it in 2 sets over Gardner Edgerton. 25-20 in the second. Lee Fleissig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you, and we talked about it. One of the great atmospheres in any sport that you'll see anywhere in the metro area. I mean, in volleyball here at St. James is it's beyond a passion. It's just so much success, but so much support from the student body, the parents, and
the drum line. I mean, it's an event you come to. I mean, it's a place you want to be. It's a party. It's all day long. It's great, featuring some of the best teams in the metro, some of the best players, and what a fun day. And I look forward to it every single year, and today did not disappoint.
That puts the caps on the 10th annual Spectrum Sports Volleyball Slam. Big thank you to St. James Academy, Nancy Dorsey, her staff, the parents, a hospitality room unlike any other.
The chili
we're
is
5 pounds heavier. Thank you very much. A big thank you to our Spectrum Sports crew. A long day of volleyball. We sure appreciated some great volleyball action. Our producer, Joe Novacek. The man in charge, Sean Belden. For Jill Dorsey Hall, I'm Lee Fleissig. St. James Academy off to a good start. Again in 2019, a straight sets win over Gardner Edgerton. We'll see you next time on Spectrum Sports.